Is it possible to write, record, and release an entire song using my iPhone 6s Plus? In this video series, you and I are about to find out. Hey, my name is Pete and this is Studio Live Today, where I help you create, record, and release your best music. And in this series, I'm going to be doing that by doing it myself. So what I'm going to do is in this episode, I'm going to be showing you how I captured my ideas using the Music Memos app here on the iPhone, and then how I took that over into GarageBand and set up my song structure ready to start recording. We've only got 5 days to do this, so we're going to have to move fast. Let's dive in right now and take a look. Okay, so here we are in Music Memos here on the iPhone. So if you've never used Music Memos on the iPhone or the iPad to record your song ideas, you really should check it out. It's a very cool app for capturing song ideas. I do have some videos on Music Memos. They are quite old. They're still quite relevant. There's not been a lot of features added and updated here, but yeah, let's just say that the presentation quality is not as good. But if you want to have a bit of a laugh at some of my very first tutorials here on the channel, then I will link to those up and down because I'm just that kind of guy. So what I'm going to do here is I'll play back a little bit of this song idea. You can see here at the start here, there's this 1, 2, 3, 4. That's me counting in. I recommend you do that if you're recording on Music Memos, because that will tell Music Memos what the tempo is going to be like. And then I start playing. And what Music Memos does is it records the audio, but then it actually adds the chords for each section to the audio. So it can then play it back and you can actually add in some bass and some drums. I'll show you how it does that in just a moment. This isn't going to be a full-featured Music Memos demo. This is really just to show you the demo of this song. So let's give it a play here and I'll have you have a listen to what we have so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go, that's the main riff of the song so far. So it's picked it up pretty well here actually, Music Memos, E, G, A, B. It's a pretty simple sort of riff. And the idea of this is it's going to be sort of some power chords, I think, with an electric guitar to make it sound a little bit fuller when we actually get there. We then go through here, I'll just try and find the other sections of the song that we have here. We'll just tap down here and I'll take you down to here. So the idea of this song is it's got sort of a verse and then a pre-chorus and a chorus, verse, pre-chorus. It's got a little bit of solo breakdown section, which we don't have in this one yet, but I'll show you that in a moment. And then those whoa, 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 whoas are going to kind of roll in towards the end. So I'm still creating the song structure here, but this is where we're at the moment. Let's listen to this next section. So there you go, there's the pre-chorus section with the breakdown, and then the chorus, which is "There is no crying in baseball," which is the catchphrase that I've written this song about. It's a little bit of a weird one. My wife came up with the idea and I just loved it. I love the movie A League of Their Own. Tom Hanks is my man. So yeah, it's what the song, I don't know what the song's about, but that is the line. In fact, that's really the only line of lyrics that I've written so far. What I'm going to do now, so these options down here, we won't go into details, but we can turn on some bass and some drums to give you some backing tracks here. And the backing tracks in this case have actually given me some good ideas for what I've then translated over to GarageBand. So I'll show you what that looks like in a moment, but for now let's just have a listen to the rest of this chorus and then back into our verse section with these bass and drums added. And And then we go back into our whoa, 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 whoa. So you can see there that, yeah, Music Memos gets a little bit confused. We can come in and edit these afterwards if we really wanted to. I'm probably not going to bother because I'm already over into GarageBand to edit this and to record it the way that I want to do it. But, yeah, very cool feature there. And very quickly, if we hold down on these are like our smart instruments. So we can actually change the bass to like loud and complex, and then the drums we can make loud and simple, and then it'll sound more like this. So you do actually have a bit more control over that. A lot of people don't actually know that you can hold down on those and change your bass and drums. They think it just adds whatever it wants. You've got a bit more control over it. You can even add an upright bass and change the drummer, I believe. You can change the drummer type. Modern or vintage. That's how much difference you have. But you can change the cymbals and change it to toms and do some other little things there. Not a lot of control. And you can actually export from here to GarageBand. And again, I show that in the other videos. I won't show it again here now, but you can use the share option here, share this over to GarageBand, and that's a pretty cool way to get your idea over and to start working on your demo. But for now, I'm going to jump out of Music Memos and we're going to go over into GarageBand. I'm going to show you what this track has now become. Okay, so here we are in GarageBand, and here is my track in all of its glory. You can see that I've got almost all of it mapped out all the way here with most of the instruments. So what I showed you there in the Music Memos demo version was sort of a bit of a snippet of this, and then I've taken it here and put it into my full version. So I'll show you a few little parts of this just so you can see how it's come along and how I've taken the demo from Music Memos and added some instruments and some other sections in here. So I won't go into the entire song, but I'll take you through some of the sections here. So let's hit the start here. You'll hear the 4-bar intro and then the 8 bars of woes as we jump in here. And at this point, this is where you didn't hear this in the other version, but with the woes have another harmony part added, and then we kick in with our full band and our guitars, which at the moment, I'm just using the touch instruments, because again, I have not touched a real instrument with this song yet. This is all just recorded here on GarageBand on the iPhone. So let's listen to the next section. So there you go, you can hear that we've got those power chords. That's the idea with the electric guitars, and obviously they'll be replaced by real guitars when we record the full demo next, but we've got the ideas down there. Now, this vocal track here is no more advanced than it was before. It's still me mumbling and just saying random sounds, but it's to get the idea down of what the verse is going to sound like. And it goes on like that. And you'll hear there's background noise, there's birds, there's scratching, because a lot of my vocals I record as I walk around. I've showed that before. I've got other videos where you can see me recording my backing vocals literally out walking around the neighborhood. So that's a technique that I use and continue to use. So we continue on here through the verse, and then I'll just play this little bit of the chorus as we come in here so you can hear what the transition, or my idea of the transition, sounds like.
There is no crying in baseball. La, 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 la. There is no crying in baseball. 'Cause if you cry in baseball or in life, gotta let it go.
And there you go, that's where you connect the chorus back into the woes. So, and I said let it go there, but I think I've written the lyrics as let it show, and then it goes, oh, and then goes on like that. So that's going to be the repeating theme, is that, oh. And the funny thing about that is, that's actually, I lifted that from myself. That is the background melody in my background music in some of my videos. So you will have heard that that's actually part of one of the Studio Live Today themes that I have borrowed for this song. So yeah, I figure if you're plagiarizing from yourself, then that's not actually, or plagiarism, not really plagiarism, that's words, isn't it? Anyway, musical plagiarism. All right, so we continue on there. Now, I just wanted to find the bit here. So this is our breakdown where we do something a little bit different here, and we have, we're using the bass at the moment. It might be the bass, it might be a guitar, but this is sort of like the little breakdown part that we're going to have in the middle here. No, it's not. That's the other chorus. We didn't go far enough. So that's our second chorus, second verse and second chorus again. Let's try. I think it might be this section here. And that is it. Now, yeah, this is something that's interesting because part of the challenge, so no surprises, this song is part of one of my monthly challenges as part of the Song Spark Collective group. And one of the challenges is to use the whole tone scale, which is a scale that goes from 2 notes, skipping 1 whole tone. Now, I haven't actually used the exact scale here, but the 4 notes in this little solo, for want of a better word, are in that whole tone scale. So this is my kind of attempt at doing that. So when you listen to this, it sounds a little bit unusual because they're not usually sort of 4 notes that you would hear together, but I think it adds a little bit of mysteriousness to this song. And then there's some sort of spoken-y sort of words that go over that section, which we won't go into in detail here. And then right at the end here, the sort of outro part is kicking right back into the woes again, but we're going to do like a bit of a round here, a little bit of a row, row, row your boat kind of feel, where we do it once and then we do it again, and then we do it again. So let's play that now. You can take a listen. So there you go, that's sort of the concept, and then right to the end, and then we sort of finish as we started with our outro, being basically like our intro, but just with our vocals, and I'm thinking it'll sound like this. Hopefully without the car noises and background noises that we had in that one. But there you go. That is the plan of attack for this song so far. So the arrangement is coming along nicely. From that original demo that we had, we're fleshing this out. And the beauty part is that I've now got the arrangement is in the right sort of structure here. I've got my song sections in. Song sections are really important. I've got a video which I'll link up above and down below about song sections because they can make your planning and organizing when you're recording a song in GarageBand so much easier. So what I can now do is basically build off this track. So I'll go in and I'll start adding in, say, real guitars, then I'll delete these guitars. I'll add in my real vocals, I'll delete my vocals, I'll add in my bass, my drums, you get the picture, and my piano as well. So that is what is going to be happening in the next 5 days. Yes, this is a bit of a challenge to get this one done, but as you can see, we've made quite a bit of progress here just in day 1. We've got our Music Memos demo recorded, we've got our GarageBand demo here recorded, and now we have to go away and write us some lyrics and obviously get them recorded along with the rest of the tracks, get it mixed, get it mastered. We got 5 days, we can do it. And finally, I just thought I would show you that I use Microsoft OneNote here. You can use any sort of note-taking app, but this is how I put my song structure together. So I've got here that I've got 2 bars at the start there on that low E on the quarter notes with sort of a kick drum on the quarter notes. I've got my 4 bars of bass and drums. I've got my 8 bars of woes, and then another 8 bars of woes with the guitar and the band kicking in. I then kick into a 16-bar verse, which is going to be a 4-line verse like that. I've got a 2-line pre-chorus, so 8 bars and then 1 bar, which makes up the 9 with 1 bar of stop. My chorus then goes for 10 bars, my woes again for 8, my verse for 16, my pre-chorus with the 1 bar of the stop at the end, my chorus with woes, my 24-bar breakdown, my 16-bar bridge, my woes, and more woes. And then a few lyrics that I have down there, which is just that, the chorus that I have written so far. So just my song structure. As I go along here, I find it's easier to actually start noting this down. Otherwise, I tend to get to the end and go, what exactly was I doing in that first part before the pre-chorus? And I don't know. So I like to structure my songwriting this way, and it helps me get things done and stay organized. Okay, so day one is in the can. We have created our song. We've captured it in Music Memos. We've then set up our song structure in GarageBand, and now we can go ahead and record our instruments, record the rest of our tracks, get our mixing, our mastering, and then release this. We've got 4 days left to do it. Oh, and we have to write some lyrics at some stage along the way. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to keep up with how we progress, the only way to do that is to subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for the second episode coming really soon. Or if you're in the future, it's already out. It's probably up there or down there right now. Thanks for watching. If you've got comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them down below, and I'll see you on the next episode. Did you ever get the feeling that you may have bitten off more than you can chew? Thanks again for watching. There's more stuff down there. There's more stuff over there. Go to studiolivetoday.com if you'd like to, and wish me luck.